Hi, happy Vlogmas everybody. Today is Saturday, December 15th, and we had a little bit of sun peek through, but mostly cloudy still today, so it's been pretty dreary for quite a while. Other than that, we got some stuff done. We did our usual house cleaning, and tomorrow is going to be another busy day. I've got church in the morning, and then we have lunch at church, and then a music concert afterward. And it's people within the church who are going to be playing instruments and singing and that kind of thing. I am playing the piano, accompanying a young woman in our church. She just finished high school, and she's going to be playing the cello. We're going to play Lo How a Rose Are Blooming. So hopefully I'll do a good job and not let her down as her accompanist. So have you been keeping busy getting ready for Christmas? It's 10 days. 10 days. Yeah. I've got still cookies to bake. I did make a batch of peanut butter cookies. They're the 3-ingredient cookies. I don't know if you've ever made these before. If you just search for 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies, you'll get recipes. It's peanut butter, sugar, and an egg. That's it. No flour, so if you need gluten-free, this is a really good choice. I made them with Splenda to give to a friend, and they turned out great. If you don't mind an artificial sweetener, that works too. Cup of peanut butter, cup of sweetener, whether it's Splenda or sugar, or whatever you use, or substitute the appropriate amount for a cup of sugar, and then 1 egg. I actually doubled the recipe, so 2 of everything. Anyway, they turned out great. The other thing that we did this week, since we last talked, we went back to the museum on Friday morning. They did a talk about Christmas in colonial times. They even had an activity, which normally they don't. It's usually just lecture and maybe a little bit of audience participation kind of stuff. But this was an actual activity. You've probably seen this before. Oranges studded with cloves. And my son, who is 17, actually kind of enjoyed this too. He said this actually goes back to medieval times. It's not just colonial. So he and my daughter each made one. So we have a design here and a tree. And I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Those cloves just smell like colonial Christmas, don't you think? Oh, so nice. So just cloves stuck in an orange. If you have children that would like to do that, or frankly, if you would like to do it yourself, it's been a long time since I've done this, but they'll keep for a week, 2 weeks, something like that, and it just smells so good. The other thing is my tea is in my little teacup from China, and there's Darjeeling in it. I remembered when I made this cup of tea why I hardly ever use this cup. It is because it's not really insulated. So as soon as I poured hot water in it, the outside was too hot to touch. So I've been letting it cool for, I don't know, 15 minutes or more. But it is a very pretty cup. Can you see the dragon on it? I think it's really pretty. It's actually a really good temperature right now. So I just need to keep that in mind. Don't make the tea in here. Make it in your teapot, which is what I should have done anyway. Make it in your teapot and then let it cool a little bit. And then it'll work better. Okay, for my Advent projects, not a whole lot has happened, mainly because I was trying to finish up some socks as a gift. I don't think, there are 2 people who are getting socks for me this year. I don't think either one of them are watching, but just in case, I'm not going to show them to you yet. Once they've been given, then I will come back and try to show you some pictures of those. But I was working on finishing that. But I did get just past the purple on the Advent wrap, the purple and green, and I've got my main color, Garter Ridge, in here, and I just attached that blue from Unplanned Peacock, which is, oops, this blue. Speaking of blue, or blue-ish, the sweater I'm wearing is I think it's called the Ambrosia cardigan. It's worked bottom up, and then you knit the sleeves separately and attach them, and then work the yoke up, and then you pick up stitches for the hood. So it's got a hood. And it's supposed to have just toggle buttons, but I've never put them on there. I'm just holding it closed with a pin. I really, really enjoyed knitting this. This was my Christmas cast on from a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It worked up quickly. It's in Cascade Eco Wool. Pills like crazy, but I love it. It's really warm and it's so much fun. I was inspired to make this by Tilly Trout. She used to do a video podcast. I keep hoping maybe she will update sometime because she was really fun. But she did the same pattern, and I think hers was Cascade Eco Wool as well, in just a slightly different color. And I just loved it, so I got brave and tried it. And it uses some short row shaping in this section with these really interesting cable details. Anyway, I enjoyed it very much. It's an ambrosia cardigan, and it worked up quickly and was really fun to knit. The other thing that I've been working on a little bit is the Pure Imagination cowl. I've got 4 colors done, and I'm ready to add my next color, which is this pumpkin-y orange. It is from Fearless Feet Fiber Company, and the color is Salted Caramel. You can see this better. Fearless Feet Fiber Company. Is that focusing? The blend is 80/20 superwash nylon, so it feels nice, and I'm looking forward to adding this in to the Pure Imagination cowl. This pattern is not available on Ravelry at this time. I don't know if it eventually will be, but it's currently not. It was included with the Advent yarn swap. The other thing that I'm going to be getting started on pretty soon, I've got to check for needles. I have some, but I need to see which ones I want to use. It's a kit that I actually bought for my daughter a few years ago. She was interested in learning to knit. She has since decided that she likes crochet better, and the kit got misplaced. But she was doing some cleaning the other day, and she found it. The kit is it's the Sainsborough Hobbit Beaufort scarf, and I'll show you this part. And we bought it for her, I think for her birthday a few years ago. But I had told her, if you come across the kit, I'll make it for you. And I knew it wasn't supposed to be real complicated, but I didn't even remember, frankly, that it was a scarf. In my head, it was a hat. But anyway, it's a scarf. It is really just garter stitch, but the yarn and the order that you do the colors in and how many rows of each will be what makes it look like Beaufort scarf from the Hobbit movies. So these are the colors. It's this kind of reddish, rust red, called Raupo, R-A-U-P-O, Raupo. Let's see if I can hold it so you can see. From Stainsborough, Mithril by Stainsborough DK, pure New Zealand wool. Kit's from New Zealand. This is Coca-Co. So kind of medium gray. And the other color is Takahe, which is a kind of a deeper blue gray. And they're all it's the same yarn base. And so you just cast on, and it's garter stitch. You switch when they tell you how many ever rows of each color, and you kind of switch back and forth. But it's done on like US 10 needles, I think. I'm sorry, 10 millimeter, which is a US 15. So it's supposed to be fairly loosely knit, and then it'll block out pretty large. So I'm excited about getting started on that for her. It's not going to be difficult at all. This little card was in there from The Hobbit. So that is going to be near the top of the list pretty quickly. One other thing I thought I would mention, this is something that a few years ago I used to struggle with what to get, like for kids' teachers, their Janie's writing teacher and Andrew's music teachers, that kind of stuff, as well as our mail carrier. Well, you probably know that now you can get movie gift cards either for theaters or in this case Fandango, which you can use I think at different theaters. This was one of the more successful things that I gave last year to our mail carrier. She told me later how much she liked it, and normally they'll leave a little note that, you know, acknowledging that you've given them something, but I thought this way it's not something that they have to find a place for, that they've got to store or figure out how to give away. It's not food that they can't eat or shouldn't eat. And frankly, if they don't think they're going to use it, it's an easy thing to re-gift. But if you're looking for last minute stuff, they have these at lots of different stores at places like Target and Walmart, but they even have a rack, actually a couple of racks of gift card kind of things just at our Dollar General. Family Dollar's a similar one, but I know Dollar General has them. So just thought I'd throw that in as a suggestion if you're getting kind of down to the wire and it's a gift for somebody that you may not know their personal taste all that well, but you want to do something for them. Movie gift cards are a great idea. Well, I hope things are moving along well for you, that you're staying safe and you're staying well. I got a message today that a lady I know fell at choir practice. This was at a different church. It's not at our church, but I know this lady. She fell and broke her wrist. Oh, poor thing, right before Christmas. So please stay safe, be careful wherever you're going, and I hope you stay well and enjoy your Christmas holidays. Merry Christmas.